Can Johnny Depp win his appeal? Fuel me once here, driving instructor of the world. Let's look carefully. One thing that Amber's team did really well was to constantly mention before the jury Depp Waldman, the Depp Waldman statements. Depp Waldman, they linked those two so intricately that it was hard for the jury to get around those. So Johnny's team is arguing that Adam Waldman is an independent contractor. He's not an employer agent, and Mr. Depp is not liable for the things Mr. Walden allegedly said. And because he's an independent agent, anything he does is also not Mr. Depp's fault. In other words, Johnny's not liable for those things. Next, in C, Ms. Heard failed to present any clear and convincing evidence that Adam Waldman made those statements with actual malice. In other words, any intent to harm. Those statements could have just been there. They didn't necessarily go forth with intent to harm Amber. They could have just been statements of facts. Now, notice what Johnny's team does. They indicate where all of the counterclaims can be found, where all of these issues can be found, so that the appellate court judges can go right to it in the records. Now, some people have said this is required under Virginia Law 5.17. That does not apply to all civil cases. So the judges can dismiss it maybe for not doing this. It's not likely they're going to, but notice Amber Heard's team did not do this at all. Johnny's team does it so that it makes it so easy for the judges. They can just go right to these data points, look up the arguments, see where the disagreements are. Boom. Boom, chicka-laka-laka. Number 2, there were 3 jury instructions, number 22, 23, and 24, and they all pertain to whether Adam Waldman was acting as an independent contractor when he made those statements. Those were not included. They should have been. So the jury could have made up their minds at that point whether he was an independent agent or not. Again, they show right where it is. And number 3, Ms. Heard submitted some exhibits. These were redacted, and the court did not include the full unredacted versions of these. And they were Mr. Depp's exhibits, so they should have been included in full. It was a mistake, but it could have made a big difference. I think Johnny has a good chance to get these overturned.